What is a constitution, and what are some of the key things it deals with? You've probably heard of the Australian Constitution, but did you know that every incorporated association needs to have its own constitution? As part of the Uptown program, your district team may be considering registering as an incorporated association. In this video, we'll talk specifically about the requirements of incorporated associations, but you'll see that other incorporated structures have similar requirements. Check out the Arts Law and Uptown Program Good Governance Guide for more information.
A constitution is a document that sets out important information about how an organisation will run. It's a legal document that has a force of a contract. So if you're starting out, it's important to make sure you spend time thinking about how your organisation will work and how the Constitution can support your strategic goals. The purpose of the organisation, or sometimes called the objects, is a key element of the Constitution. It defines what it is the group is established for and must work towards. This is something the group will return to again and again in framing everything it does. For a district team, it will likely be about promoting the district as part of Sydney's 24-hour economy and supporting industry and culture.
For an incorporated association in New South Wales, the law sets out 17 topics that must be included in the Constitution. New South Wales Fair Trading has published a template constitution which covers all the requirements and can be adopted by an association in its entirety, but we suggest taking the time to look into it and work out what will and what won't work for your organisation. For example, you have the opportunity to decide who can be a member and how they will become a member. You can decide how your meetings will run. If you draft a constitution without one of the 17 topics, the law will treat the missing topic as drafted in the model constitution as part of your constitution. And then you'll need to be looking at two different documents, and that can be confusing. So make sure you cover each topic in your organisation's constitution.
These are the 17 topics that need to be included in the constitution of an incorporated association in New South Wales. Membership qualifications. What requirements have to be met for a person to become a member of the organisation? Register of members. Where and how a register of members, that is a list of people who are members of the incorporated association, is to be kept. Fees and subscriptions. How much someone needs to pay to be a member of the incorporated association. Members' liabilities. If members would have to pay anything to debts or in the case of winding up. Disciplining of members. What to do if a member does something wrong. Internal disputes. What to do if there's a disagreement between the members or between the members and the association. Committee. How the committee is structured and formed. Calling of general meetings. How and when general meetings, that is meetings of the members, will be held. Notice of general meetings. How and when information about general meetings will be shared. Procedure at general meetings. How a general meeting will run. Postal and electronic ballots. When votes can be lodged by post or by ballot. Sources of funds. Where the association can get its money from. Management of funds. How money will be managed. Custody of books. How records of the association will be kept. Inspection of books. How and when members can look at documents. Financial year. The dates of the association's financial year. Winding up. What will happen if an association is wound up?
A good way to think about a constitution is as the backbone of an organisation. It is a critical part, but not the whole story. There are plenty of other parts that make the organisation a whole, like policies and procedures, all of which are enabled by the Constitution. For more information about this and other topics, have a look at the Good Governance Guide on the Uptown Program portal.